I think I'm ready to make a prediction as to who I think will win this year's competition. But I'll hold you in suspense for now because I'm going to have a bit of a rant first about how TV talent shows are diluting the Australian talent pool. So stick around because this week I'm going to speak my mind. Hello and welcome to The Fifth Chair. My name is Dr. Dan and I'm a contemporary singing voice specialist. And for the past 7 weeks, we have been reviewing the 4th season of The Voice Australia. It's my hope that this project provides you with the opportunity to view the show through the eyes and ears of a professional singing teacher. Of course, the opinions that I express here at Voice Essentials are mine alone, but they reflect the views held by many professional artists and educators in the creative industries. You see, the format of the TV talent show is not regarded highly by many within the industry. Why, I hear you ask? Well, stick around, I'm going to unpack that for you in just a moment. But before I speak directly to the way TV talent shows have radically changed our perception of vocal talent and what it means to craft a voice, allow me to remind you that you could win a professional microphone valued at $150. All you need to do is subscribe to the Voice Essentials YouTube channel, then like, comment and share this video. The subscriber with the most likes, comments and shares will win the mic. The promotional adverts for many TV talent shows often tell us to expect the unexpected. Now, if all the hype is true, then why am I still waiting for the unexpected? This week's show didn't really throw us anything from left field. I had thought that Simi would receive his marching orders, but instead Kath was sent home. I was a little surprised to see Scott eliminated, but this is all still follows the usual script for these competitions. In part, I think it's this predictability that causes many within the music industry to view these shows with a certain level of disdain. Despite what the ratings-fueled marketing team behind The Voice would have us believe, we are not currently viewing the best Australia has to offer in up-and-coming vocal talent. And don't get me wrong, we are watching some gifted singers on our screens, Naomi Price and Caleb Jargo-Ward, just to mention a couple. But the unrelenting rhetoric from the celebrity judges about how far an individual has come in their development is artificial at best. No artist, aside from the child prodigies like Michael Jackson, can develop that quickly. Indeed, when an artist's development is superficially fast-tracked, it is rarely for the better. And this brings me to my prediction for this year's winner of The Voice Australia. It is my belief, having watched each of the shows and having listened to the banter from the celebrity judges, that Nathan Hawes is being positioned to win this year's competition. Having made my prediction, let's listen to Nathan's performance of Ben Howard's Only Love. The Madden brothers have nominated Nathan as their golden child, but Nathan presents us with a less than golden performance of this song. He mumbles his way through the lyric and the voice starts to exhibit constriction at the top of what can only be described as a limited range. Actually, this song is perfect for Nathan. It only has a range of an octave. The original recording is an A-flat major, but the music directors have still had to take the key down a semitone for Nathan. The new key of G major lowers the top note to a very simple and very singable E4. The song choice couldn't be an easier sing. But I'm not out to attack Nathan. The purpose of my using Nathan's performance from Sunday night is to highlight the damage that TV talent shows are having on the public's level of expectation when it comes to singers. Plainly, from a professional standpoint, Nathan is not ready for the national stage, and being plucked from obscurity doesn't automatically make him ready. The sad thing is, given time, the right instruction and experiences that only a long-term journey can offer, Nathan could mature into a wonderful artist. But right now, he's too young and too inexperienced. And I have a second prediction. If Nathan goes on to win this year's show, which I think he will, he'll have a wonderfully short career. And I can hear some of you asking, but Daniel, how can you make such a prediction? Well, it's easy really. Let me fire off some names. Carice Eden, Harrison Craig and Anya Nissen. Each of these past winners of The Voice Australia have taken the 3-month journey of zero to hero, and each of them has drifted back to zero once again. You simply can't circumnavigate the journey. It has too much to teach you about your destination. There are also dire consequences for us, the audience. Slowly but surely, our expectations are being eroded. Every time we, the viewing public, are presented with a champion whose skills are not befitting the win, we are receiving and accepting a lie. Our consumption of this fast food art feels good on the palate, but it ultimately sits heavy in our stomachs and provides us with no artistic sustenance whatsoever. Now, to be clear, this is not an attack on contemporary music per se. I love nearly all contemporary genres, but I also believe there is a massive canyon between it being done well and it being done poorly. And all too often, it is the latter that we endure when we watch TV talent shows. Yes, I know there are exceptions, but just because one person wins big at the blackjack table doesn't change the fact that the house always wins. The only long-term winners from these shows are the celebrity judges and the TV station that is selling advertising space at a premium. Now, before I finish my Week 7 rant, let me speak directly to all the young artists out there who are thinking they could be the next big thing. Firstly, it's not for me to say you won't be, but it is for me to warn you that the TV talent show journey should be avoided at all costs. Most young artists have what I describe as the King Arthur syndrome. In the tale of King Arthur, there is a sword called Excalibur that has been magically thrust into a stone. And as the story goes, only the rightful king can remove the sword from the stone and claim the crown. Now, TV talent shows present young artists with a sword thrust deep into a stone and publicly encourage them to step up and try their luck. Understandably, most young artists believe they are the chosen one and that they will be the rightful heir to the throne. This search for significance is a part of our growth and maturing as artists, but I highly recommend taking the road less travelled of maturity away from the fickle view of the general public. Your art and your person will be the better for it if you spend the years honing your skills necessary for the journey ahead. And yes, you heard me correctly, I said years. I'm sorry about all that. That's been bubbling away for a few weeks now and it just felt like it was time to let it all out. Regardless of my personal views, however, the TV talent show machine will proceed unhindered by my comments or those of many others. Despite my voiced misgivings, we continue with this season, which will ultimately come to its timely end in a few weeks. Now, this week I lost Scott Newnham, which in turn reduces my overall list to 5, 2 of which have been saved from the viewing public's vote. How has your list fared after the first week of voting? And while I'm asking, who do you predict will win this year's competition? Furthermore, what are your thoughts about what I've said this week? Do you agree with my general sentiment or do you see it differently? As always, I am really keen to read your thoughts, so make sure you leave your comments below. I'm torn as to whether I should award a pick of the week after the performances on Sunday night. They all sounded and felt a little lacklustre to me. This being said, there was one performance that, despite being technically deficient, did have heaps of heart. Gail Page is not on my top list of singers in this year's competition because, well, I have serious questions about the technical sustainability of her sound. However, her capacity to connect with her material has never been in question. This week, her performance of Strange Fruit was profound and haunting, and for this, Gail does earn my pick of the week. So make sure you have another listen to her performance in a moment. Now that I've had my rant, I promise next week we'll get back to critiquing the contestants and their voices more directly. But until then, I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.